He only has a few more days left in office, and for President Barack Obama, that means there's only a few more nights to rest his head on a pillow here inside the White House. They say all good things must come to an end, and for members of the Point Park women's volleyball team, the end is only a few sets away. It's one of the closest races in the country, one that could shift the balance of power in the United States Senate. And on Monday, here behind me at the KDKA TV studios in Gateway Center, it was the first of two debates between Pat Toomey and Katie McGinty. These Point Park University shuttles will typically take students to Oakland on any given day or the waterfront on the weekends. But today, Election Day 2016, they're taking students straight to the polls. Washington, D.C. isn't only the nation's capital, it's also a popular tourist destination for visitors from around the world. And many of them say that Americans aren't the only ones keeping tabs on the 2016 presidential election. Last Labor Day, Joe Biden visited Pittsburgh to support the United Steelworkers and to participate in the annual Pittsburgh Labor Day Parade, where he also stopped to take a selfie with members of the Point Park women's soccer team. Well, this year, Joe Biden is back in Pittsburgh, but this time, he's here with somebody he hopes will replace him in the White House. Students are used to going to Market Square to grab a bite to eat, to study, or just to get away from campus. But a Dutch artist is transforming this downtown hub into an interactive jukebox. Students typically spend their Sunday mornings sleeping in or with a cup of coffee. But students in the Point Park University Honors Program began their Sunday with cups of water. Senior Nikki Jones gives up sleeping in one Sunday every September, and it's all for a good cause. She and a dozen other Point Park Honor students arrived along the Boulevard of the Allies at 7 a.m. Sunday to prepare a water station for the 39th annual Great Race. Jones says waking up early to volunteers with the Great Race isn't a burden, it's tradition.
This is one of my favorite events that we do at Point Park. I think that it's really great. A lot of the freshmen in the honors program come out and pass out water. It's a great bonding experience, as well as, we're really thankful. The runners are very thankful for having us here.
Nearly 14,000 runners passed through Point Park's campus that was near the finish line at Point State Park. There were multiple water stations along the course, and Point Park Station was the last of the race. Running and cheering have always been part of this tradition, but so has the exchanging of support from the volunteers to the runners, and from the runners back to the volunteers.
You don't really expect people to say thank you because you're just, it's something simple as giving them a cup of water, but it means a lot to them.
It's good. Everyone's really encouraging and it helps you just push harder.
Now, while Jones is nearing the end of her race as a Point Park student, she says the honors program will continue to volunteer with the race long after her graduation. Reporting for Point News, I'm Josh Croup. Family, flowers, and fun. That's how Shiloh Simonson will remember her senior day. It's a day that comes around every season that signals the beginning of the end of college careers. This year, 4 seniors and their families, all with flowers, smiles, and a day of memories that will last a lifetime.
People do so much to make us feel special, and I'm just going to remember just I don't know, the whole walking out ceremony. It was really awesome.
Senior Day Saturday came one game after a crushing 5-set loss to conference rival Rio Grande. But Point Park bounced back, giving their coach one more memory with a Senior Day sweep of Cincinnati Christian.
I have great memories on the court with them, in practice, traveling on the bus, in restaurants, and that's what it's about, and I'm confident that each and every one of them, as they move on in life, they're going to do well.
The days that senior Emily Meng has left on the court with fellow senior Nikki and Cortano are dwindling, but their friendship is only beginning.
Just having her at the net and having her always there to smile at me, so probably miss that.
I'm definitely going to miss all the inside jokes on the court and all the behind-the-scenes stuff people don't see, like the hotel rooms on trips and like the bus rides and just spending time with the team. I'm really going to miss that.
Reporting for Point News, I'm Josh Croup. The transition has begun, and his moving day is just around the corner. President Obama has occupied the White House since 2009, and in January, Donald Trump will take over in the Oval Office. Obama's time in office has pleased some,
He's been a great president. He's going to go down as one of the great presidents.
but not others.
Just a little disappointed on kind of what he promised.
According to Real Clear Politics, President Obama has a 53.9% approval rating. George W. Bush had a 22% approval rating when he left office in 2009.
I haven't agreed with all his policies, just to be totally honest, but I think he's a good guy and I think he's doing his best for the country.
Obama has a few more weeks left in office to finalize his presidential resume. On that resume, capturing Osama bin Laden, Obamacare, normalizing diplomatic relations with Cuba, and decreasing unemployment rates, now below 5%. President Obama has not yet closed the detention facility at Guantanamo Bay, a move he pushed for while campaigning in 2008. He also hasn't made significant advances on gun laws, something one Florida man says would have been possible with a different Congress.
He could do more if Congress would work with him and to get them more accomplished.
President-elect Donald Trump will work with a Congress that has a Republican majority in both the House and Senate. His presidency begins on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2017. From Washington, D.C., reporting for Point News, I'm Josh Croup. Allard von Horn says he was in Holland when he saw an international request for a public art project in Pittsburgh. When he took to Google Maps to research the city, it didn't take long for the artist to come up with an idea.
Lo and behold, I immediately saw a record player. To me, instantly, it looked like a record player. So I sent over a proposal of one line, I think, saying this square has to become an interactive, audience participative record player and working with local community groups. And they said, well, come over and tell more.
Now his idea has come to life in Market Square. Mix and Match is an interactive light and sound piece. Anybody can walk up to the metal pin in the center of the square that acts like the spindle on a turntable and listen to any of 8 musical tracks created by local community groups. The rings of LED lights can be seen with a bird's eye view from a mobile app through MarketSquarePublicArt.com. Local groups who helped create the tracks will perform live in the square over the next 6 weeks. One of those groups is the Point Park University Tap Troupe. The group performs Saturday night for a crowd in Market Square. Freshmen Madeline, Kelso, and Michael Ocampo said they loved the opportunity to perform in this unique setting.
It was really cool to experience something like this, especially out in an environment and out in outside, I guess. And
it gives a new dynamic to tap dance because it lets the audience see sound in a different environment than just inside.
Mix and Match is free and open to the public and will be on display through April 30th. From Market Square, I'm Josh Croup reporting for Point News.